Alright, welcome back everyone. This is kind of a bonus video for the Gravity Rush LP. Basically what we're going to do here is take a look at some concept videos, as well as finish off all the concept art. So, I apologize for the poor quality of this. This is basically taken from a stream from 2013. This is the first, footage of what would become Gravity Rush. Basically just testing out the powers and the movement system and whatnot. They didn't even know what Cat was gonna look like yet.
It's just a pot flying in the air.
Yep. Yeah, this is super pre-production. Look at that floaty little Dusty. So yeah, this is from 2008, back when it was going to potentially be a PS3 game. Yeah. So this is the first one that actually saw shareholders were seeing. This is the conceptual movie for Gravity Rush, made pretty shortly after that. But by this time they had actually designed on a design for Cat. Oh, also, do we want to see Jeff Kaplan respond to your Overwatch? I'm sorry, I had to copy this from IGN. It's the only place that had a clean one. And no matter what, I couldn't make that go away. I tried. But yeah, super cel-shaded.
Yeah, this is almost kind of obnoxious.
Yeah. I'm glad they toned it down. This is before they kind of decided Nevi should have the glowing red eye. Back when it was going to be kind of just a either a bone or a machination. I think this is the first kind of look at the sea gnome. It's interesting, but ultimately I'm glad that they went with what they went with. But yeah, this was originally, I do like that move though, the spiral Dusty kick. But yeah, this was back when it was a PS3 title called Gravitas. And then I guess they started working on the Vita, and they were like, "Oh no! This is going on the Vita." So I just wanted to. We had talked about them on the show, but I actually wanted to, I don't know, show you that concept art or concept videos, because it's ironically enough, of everything, it's nowhere in here. You would think that they would have that.
Well, let's be fair though. They probably don't want people to see that.
Probably not.
That's super rough.
Also, look at the fucking edge on
Leonardo wouldn't show off his amazing pictures before he had even everything roughed out.
True.
Oh, it's PlayStation All-Stars collaboration.
Yeah. So, Cat, we never got a chance to do it. We might do it for part of the Gravity Rush 2 LP, but Cat was obviously a character in PlayStation All-Stars. I don't quite know what that Destiny of Spirits is, but a lot of that stuff we've seen before. Also, an interesting note, every character has a spy outfit as well. Now we can finally take a look at some of the stuff for Yunica. Her legs are interesting. I don't know how much of them are actually there. And I actually, of all of them, I think I like her spy costume the most. It kind of looks like a Cool Borders thing. And, yeah, her concept art and alternate battle mode. Interesting. Super Special Forces Yuri. So my favorite part about
Can't
that combat,
see shit, Yuri.
my favorite part about the jellyfish in general is they have like the tiniest little pistol. I love that no matter.
Oh, hospital. I thought that said hypnotized.
Oh yeah, that guy we never saw because he died before we ever met him.
There's Bobby.
So, in the Strangers Gallery, I had to put up a blocked sign for one thing. That would be this, because it's kind of a huge, huge spoiler.
I still don't know who she is, though.
Well, we may find out in 2. I also like this height chart of everybody's. Get all the gang together. But now it's a little thing of people, faces, and things. Some of this I know we've gone over before, but some of it's also, I forget what I've left out in case of spoilers and what I haven't. With this update, I kind of decided, we got the time, let's go through fucking everything. I know, for example, we didn't want to show a lot of the, lost kids very early on. They're our boys. They actually try and show how the hell all these things work. And those are the Purple Pope and
the government official.
Yeah. So most of the enemy gallery.
Oh, here's an enemy.
Yeah, he's got a lot. But first, a very cool watercolor drawing of Panther. Edge. I also like that he's got kind of a weird heart thing. But yeah, the Anom has a lot of stuff. All of his different modes, all of his different it's a different one for being more out of control. Being a loose cannon. Just came more and more Akira'd.
That's really cool.
The early concept art for it. Okay, so an interesting thing here is that one in the bottom left. That is exactly what the sensor looks like. Yeah. Also, like the little thing of it being built. And the enemy from the concept movie. Which, I don't know why it has a swimming pool ladder, but that's the Unknown. I don't give a shit. So, interesting... Okay, a couple things in Vin Center that I couldn't show off until now. The Denelica statue. Just him being born from a flower.
From a flower, yeah.
Aljune's ice cream stand. I love his son's nonplussed face. So, New Hyrillion is interesting. It's the Sky Fortress, the government building. With the Nevi with the Anom kind of descending from it. So, you would think, how much could they possibly show? It's just, there for that one scene in the game. Boy, there's even, a map for it. You may be thinking, wow, this looks like it should be an area that you can go in the game, and Well, it turns out that people have actually gone into the, like, Vita, breaking walls and stuff, and have found that there are assets for it in the game. Like, this floating world was meant to be explorable, I think kind of the final area. And I'm guessing just because they were so rushed, they ended up making everything happen at the end in Venda Center. But if you can find ways to kind of break boundaries, and I think it's up very high in the sky, you can actually go check out, like, in Clips for Walls, you can go check out, go check it out. I love the fucking, double goo.
Like a kid's toy.
Yeah. Like, there's a ton of concept art for this. I'm guessing for back when they planned to have it be an explorable stage, but in the end it just got relegated to cutscenes. So now here's interesting stuff: the world beyond. Here we get concept art for, like, the ruins and all the parts where we had to bring back busted parts of the world. The ruins, the Inferno, the Mirage. I like this. I think I kind of like this better than the just in the middle of a volcano. I kind of like.
Yeah, that looks better almost.
I am guessing it probably wouldn't have run at all if they actually tried to make it that way. I also like more of the windmill on fire, as well as Cat and Dusty sitting off to the side, just taking it in. It's almost like what we got was more like a mole tunnel, like a fire ant tunnel, which is cool too, but I like that fire synapse aesthetic. You can even see they got a little tunnel down there to the rare Nevi. I also just love the minimalist drawing of the Gigantor. That was our Corneria room.
Good luck.
I wish there were fights on stuff like that. And my favorite, the Mirage.
This is cool.
Mirage homage. All three of our power trees. So, this stuff, I'm thinking that they had... a lot of the stuff from here on out is going to be unused assets from the game, like this frozen rift plane. Which, man, I wish they had it. And this is a really interesting one, because I kind of don't know what it's about. The pedestal...
The hell is this?
The pedestal and the stolen city. I'm guessing... It seems like there was another act in this game that they just didn't get a chance to make. But it seemed like there were flowers that you, like, gave them stuff and they transported you. Like, your guess is really as good as mine. But it seemed like they had this, they had the frozen rift, which I really would have loved to see that.
I guess you've got to, activate the pedestals.
And boy, I hope you like buildings, because lot of... Someone on this team was an architect.
I love buildings. I live in a building.
Medium building, tall building, medium building V. More buildings. Everything is a building. Even the building is a building.
Well, I guess that's okay.
Good shot of the world pillar. That's a good background too.
They should put this stuff in a museum.
Yeah, really. Like they got some really good background artists. That's what the world pillar was going to look like. Very bone. And this is them trying to explain the science behind it, as well as the different areas, like the synapse, the bone area, the spine.
I understand. It's a giant bone.
Yeah. Shit.
Like the inside, it's got like marrow.
It's just one gigantic spine. The bottom of there is Butome. And yep, that's pretty much just a good description of how far we fell. We didn't get this, unfortunately.
I don't think that would have made sense.
Yeah, I'm glad they kind of went for more of a...
Like this kind of like... what's the word? That formation, it's kind of like marrow, how it forms.
Yeah. Also, goddamn, nearly every prop, every ship, every thing gets like... even that thing there was the ship that captured Kat and froze her. All the trains. I like that one, the early airboat concept. As well as the balloon that I don't think I've ever seen anybody in. Anything scrollable, those fucking TV monitors. Don't get you yet. Like, they even took time to figure out how, like, the power cables would work and be set up. Oh, a lot of little detail care went into how they built the world of this game. Oh, the furnaces that we keep using to repair shit. Oh, how about some birds?
Birds are cool. Did they really need to design birds, though?
Yeah.
I mean, they could have just said to the modelers, like, make a bird.
Make a bird.
You know what a bird looks like, right?
Here's some
Make one of
interesting...
those.
Gems that didn't end up getting used in the game.
Looks like candy.
Some of them actually are in 2. As well as everything in the world that we see a poster somewhere out there, they are here. And if you use that guide I posted very early in the thread, you can translate some of these and see what they have to say. I love that one because they just put his head in there. They even designed that thing for the bomb, and we could see what was inside his dumb case, and what the transmitter actually did once we left. They even did the little switch that he designed after the and the logistics behind the Dusty Trap. And here are the final segments. More stuff that didn't make the final cut of the game, like the Lost City. some concept of the Lost City actually made it to the Mirage, I believe. But in the Lost City, there's Dr. Singler's house, aka the one of the traveling couple. So even though when we played it, their side quest just kind of ended, the way it kind of shows with all this concept art and being able to visit their house, it kind of feels like there should have been there was going to be a side quest or something where once you've talked to them enough, you would actually do something to help bring the world back in order. And I think it just
looks like, I guess that's the machine that messed everything up.
Pretty much. In fact, that satellite that we fought the hardest rare Nevi on, that one just dangling in the middle, that was where their house was going to be. So yeah, some concepts of their home ended up just being kind of brought over and used in the Mirage, which I think was a good compromise. I wish they did more with that storyline in the game, as opposed to it just kind of ending. Like, they even had his Singler had, look at that bitchin' quadcopter, or solocopter. Even, going into Singler's house and discussing something with him. And who's that all the way in the back? I have no idea. A nice layout overall of Hekseville, as well as a more stylized final version of it, along with stuff in the corners like a dragon. I love that kind of rotting bone world pillar.
This is really good.
Yeah. And the nice thing is, a lot of concepts that we're seeing here actually do get carried over to 2. So they weren't entirely wasted. I kinda like this Doctor Who looking ass world. For such a small game, they had... Look at how many, different designs and... Seeing all the stuff really tells you a whole new side of this game that I didn't even know myself.
How many spires do you need? Jesus.
Yeah, tell me about it. We only got to see it in that one Sanaya stage, but it appeared that the top of the pillar... I think how we went to the bottom of the pillar, and who's that kid there? How we went to the bottom of the pillar and found the lost children. I think there was supposed to be a whole segment where we went to the top of the pillar as well. Look at this cool-ass octopi city in the sky. And finally, the Tree of Wisdom, where the apple fell, which started the game. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and next LP should be coming out pretty soon. Been a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody.
See you next time.